Jai Hind student, I am Dr. Anand Tyagi from Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. Today I am going to deliver my lecture on Engineering Mathematics First KAS 103T on module 5th Vector Calculus. Before it, I have done some portion of this unit in the previous lecture. In the previous lecture, I explained what is the role of the vector calculus in engineering as well as our technology, and I explained what is the role of the vector point function and what is the role of the scalar point function in vector calculus. Now, contents of the today lecture are, first of all, I explain vector differential operator. In the previous lecture, I explained what is the vector differential operator and what is the utilization of vector differential operator in the vector calculus. Secondly, gradient of the scalar point. I also explained this point in the previous lecture, but query of the some student that sir, please explain one times of this topic. And again, the divergence of a vector point function and curl of a vector point function. And after this, I introduce a new phenomena that is known as Green theorem. What is the application of Green theorem and what is the role of Green theorem in our engineering and mathematics, right? I explain one by one. And surface integral, how to calculate the surface integral and what is the role of the surface integral in vector calculus as well as engineering and technology here, right? And after this, some application of the above topic. In the end of, I solve some question based on these topic. The today contents are very important for the student for the vector calculus. Now, all contents are referred from the book E. Krejcik, Advanced Engineering Mathematics, John Villay, Marais de Weir, B.V. Ramanna and B.S. Grewal. Student can be opt any one of them if they have any requirement, right? If they have any problem, they can contact me after the this session. Now, first of all, vector differential operator. What is vector differential operator? I explained in the previous lecture. Student study in the 3D vector in the 12th level. Suppose this is x-axis and this is y-axis and this is z-axis, right? That means 3-dimensional plane, and I cap is denoted and defined by in the movement of the x-axis in the same way, and j is the unit vector along the y-axis, right, and k is the unit vector along the k, right, z-axis. In the same way, all partial derivative along the x-axis denoted and defined by del over del x, right. Along the y-axis, all partial derivative denoted by del over del y here, right. In the same way, all partial derivative along the z-axis denoted by del over del z. And the combination of the unit vector and partial derivative along the axis is known as operator del and denoted by del. That is known as nabla, right. What is the role of this? I cap del over del x, I explained in the previous lecture, right, plus j del over del y, right, plus k cap, right, del over del z. So, in this way we can find out, right, the value of del, and that is known as the differential operator because it plays the very most important role in our engineering and technology, right. Now, question is that how to use in the gradient, how to use it in the divergence and how to use it curl. I explain one by one here again, right. So, now that is known as the our differential operator and denoted by these terms. I explain briefly with the diagram what is the role of this del operator here, right. Now, next is gradient of a scalar point. Suppose phi is any point, phi is any point in the 3-dimensional plane, phi x, y, z. Then how to calculate the gradient? Gradient normal to the surface. Suppose I am standing in the xy plane, then I am to the normal to this xy plane, right. So, how to calculate? So, grade phi is equal to del phi. I explained in the previous lecture briefly, right. If student have any problem, so they can remember it, right. So, grade phi is equal to del phi, and phi is the scalar point function, that is very most important things. Now, suppose, right, we have a vector quantity, so how to calculate the divergence? So, in this way we can find out the grade of this way, right? Now next is how to calculate the divergence of a vector point function. Suppose I have a vector point function, right, in the direction of I j k, and that is the vector denoted by 3D vector, right? What is the role of divergence here, right? Diverge means spreading, right? Spreading, right? Del dot f, right? What is the value of del? I write the value of right there and value of f here, and dot product of 2 is I dot I is equal to 1, right? J dot is equal to also 1, and k dot k is equal to also 1, and the value of del dot f, that means divergence, will be this del f over del x. That means partial derivative of f1 with respect to x, partial derivative of f2 with respect to y, partial derivative of f3 with respect to z, and that quantity will be scalar here. Student, keeping in the mind when we solve the problem in the future, right? In the same way, right, I write here divergence f is a scalar quantity. And after this, curl. What is curl? If f is a vector point function, then curl means rotation, right? How to rotate? That means curl f is equal to del cross f here. And student know how to calculate a cross b, study in the 12th level, right, by using the determinant. And first row is ijk, second row del f over del x, del f over del y, and del f over del z, and the third row is the depend on the our vector form. Vector form is f1, f2 and f3 here. So in this way we can expand by using the first row. The result will be this, and this quantity will be the vector quantity. So in this way we can find out the three things here: gradient, divergence and curl here. So what is the role of such type of things in our engineering and technology we study here. After this, I explained in the previous lecture how to calculate the line integral, right? Now, and what is the role of line integral in the Green theorem, right? Suppose I have a closed figure and I want to calculate the line integral for this terms. So how to calculate this domain C, right? That is the use of the Green theorem, right? And what is the statement of Green theorem? I explain here one by one, right? Right, this theorem gives us alternate method to find the line integral along the closed curve, right? One things can be calculated with the help of line integral, and another things we can calculate with the help of double integration. That means this is the relationship between line integral and the double integral, right? Statement: if phi and psi are the function of x and y, and both have the partial continuous first order derivative over a region R bounded by a closed curve, that is the most important thing, in xy plane, not in z plane. That means Green theorem apply in the xy plane. And how to calculate the line integral? Phi dx plus psi dy is equal to, there is double integral, right, del psi over del x minus del phi over del y. Student, keeping in the mind which terms, right, equivalent to the dy, which is differentiate with respect to x, and which terms inside the dx which is divisible by with respect to y. That means opposite pole, right? If terms contain dx, divided by with respect to y. If terms with dy, differentiate partially with respect to x here. So in this way we can find out the value of the line integral with the help of double integral. If student have to face to solve the any problem, so they can be use the Green theorem when they require to solve the line integral, then they can be solved with the help of the Green theorem by using double integration. In the third unit, I explain how to solve the double integral and how to solve the taking the limit from the graph. I explained in the previous unit how to calculate, I think, here, right? So now we check that what is the role of this theorem in our calculation and what is the role of this in our engineering and technology, right? Required for the Green theorem. What is the requirement of the Green theorem? So first of all, there are two functions. First is phi and another is psi. They have the partial continuous derivative of the first order. They should be terms having, right? Next is the closed curve be must. That is the most important condition here. How to use the Green theorem, I explain here, right? I consider a problem using the Green theorem, evaluate, that is the terms of the line integral, right? That is phi and that is psi. How to calculate phi and psi, I explain here one by one. Describe the counterclockwise integral, right, triangle with the vertices 0 0. I draw these vertices 0 0, 1 0 and 1 1. What is the role of this? I study here one by one. That is 0 0, that is 1 comma 0 and that is 1 comma 1. So I draw a diagram here, right? That means, right, I can solve with this diagram with the help of two types. First of line integral, and second is by using the Green theorem. I solve one by one and I solve the both ways, right? Student have any query, so they can contact me, right? Suppose I have draw the diagram of this triangle, right? So there are the three paths. First path is O to A and A to B and B to A. So that means if I solve this problem by using the line integral, so I solve the three integral, right? O to A to B and B to C, and add all three together. So that will be the solution of this problem. And second method, by using the Green theorem, right? Right, what is the statement of Green theorem? I write here one by one and solve the problem, right? By the Green theorem, right, I explained just now phi dx psi dy is equal to this term. This is the Green theorem, right? And what is the value of phi here? I compare these terms. So phi is this x square y, right? And what is the psi here? So that is x square, right? Now we see that what is the differentiation of psi with respect to x here, right? That means 2x. And what is the differentiation of phi with respect to y? That is x square, because differentiation of y is 1. So in this way we can find the problem by using the double integration. That is the our result, right? That means this line integral is equivalent to the region R 2x minus x square dx dy. Now question is that what is the region here? So region is this O A B, right? This, and how to take the limit from this diagram. In the previous unit number 4, I explain and I elaborate to the student how to take the limit. Suppose I want to take the limit of these terms, right? I want to take the limit of these terms by using this. So consider an elementary strip parallel to the y. So what will be the limit of y here? So first of all, lower limit is calculated from this, that means x is equal to 0, and upper limit is calculated with the help of line. That means limit of y will be 0 to x here, right? And what will be the value of limit here y? So 0 to 1. So in this way we can find out the result of our limit and put up the value 1 by 1 here. So I write here limit of y and limit of x, and integration of 2x is equal to x square by 2, right? Integration of x square is x cube by 3. In the same way we can calculate with the help of this condition, right? But question is that what is the limit of here x and y? We see that, right? First of all, this is the limit of y. So first of all I integrate with respect to y. So what will be the integration of y is this, right? Upper limit minus lower limit. So what will be the result here? 2x minus x square I write here, right, into dx, right? And 2x square is multiplied to x square x cube, and integration of x square is equal to x cube by 3 I write here, and upper limit minus lower limit, and result is 5 upon 12 here. So in this way we can find our result by using the Green theorem. Now question is that how to solve by using the line integral. Now we see that here, right? How to solve? So by using the line integral, verification of the Green theorem I explain here one by one. This is the previous diagram. First of all I approach O to A, and then A to B, and then B to A. That means we solve here the three integral. I write here this line integral is equal to OA plus AB and plus BO. When we approach on the path OA, so OA means along the x-axis. That means y is equal to 0 here. Y is equal to 0 means dy is equal to 0 here, right? So putting all these value in terms, so what will be the result? We see that these terms will be 0, right? And dy is equal to also 0. So that terms will be 0 here. When we move along the AB, AB means this line, right? That means x is equal to 1. I move x is equal to 1, that means dx is equal to 0. So in this result we put up x is equal to 1 and dx is equal to 0. That means this portion is also 0. That means dy. And what will be the limit here? So limit of y will be 0 to 1 here. If we solve this, so limit is 0 to 1. Now question is BO. So what is BO? So BO is equal to this, y is equal to x line, right? So that means y is equal to x, I write here, right? So dy over dx is equal to dx. So in this result we put up the value of y and dy over dx. Whole result reduce into x, and what is the limit of x here? 1 to 0. So in this way we solve the all terms one by one here, right? And we solve these terms by using this phenomena. How to solve? We see that very carefully here. So this along the OA I write here dy is equal to 0. So this terms is equal to 0. So this terms will be is equal to 0. I just explain now, right? Now along the AB, along the AB, x is equal to 1 and dx is equal to 0. So this is 1. In this way we can find out our next result, right? What will be the result here? We see that, right, along BO, I write here y is equal to x and dy is equal to x. Suppose we put up x, y is equal to x here, so x cube dx and x square dy is equal to this. So result will be this. An integration of x cube is equal to x4 upon 4 and plus x cube upon 3, and result will be is equal to this result. Now question is that what is the total conclusion of this result? Total conclusion of this result, sum of the OA plus AB plus BC, and 0 plus 1 plus this, and result will be 5 by 12, and that is the verification of Green theorem, right? If question is arise on the verification of Green theorem, so student keeping in the mind, we solve the left hand limit as well as the right hand limit. That means we solve the line integral as well as the double integration. That is the application and solution of the Green theorem in engineering and technology. In the same way, we consider the another problem. A vector field f is given to by the this is the vector point, right? Evaluate the integral, that is line integral f dot dr, and this will be equal to the work done along to the circular path given by x square plus y square is equal to a square. That is the part of the circle. How to calculate? So first of all, I calculate here f dot dr. I write the value of f here and I write the value of dot dr. Dot product sin y I dot I1 is equal to sin y dx. In the same way, this is equal to this. Student know how to calculate the dot product of two vector. Now question is that how to solve this? So this is the phi, this is psi, right, and introduce that by using the Green theorem, right? This is the statement of the Green theorem, right? Psi is differentiate with respect to x and phi is differentiate with respect to y, and what is the role here? We see that very carefully. So suppose I differentiate it here as per the Green theorem, what will be the conclusion here? So cos y is cancel out by cos y, and result will be here double integral, right, dx dy, right, and that is represent in the area of R, right? In the fourth unit, I explain what is the formula of area. That is the formula of area. R means region, and region is circle. X square plus y square is equal to a square. That means what will be the area of circle? Pi into radius square. So that means we can calculate here in the same way, right? The basic concept is that if we have no calculation by using the Green theorem, and ds is represent the area of circle, and area of circle is the pi a square. That means line value of this line integral with respect to this region will be pi a square. So in this way we can find out the each and every terms by using the Green theorem. So student keeping in the mind when we solve the problem, so there are two types of problem of the Green theorem. First is evaluate of the Green theorem, and second is verify of the Green theorem. Suppose I want to verify Green theorem, then we calculate line integral as well as the double integral, right? If there is no meaning of the line verification, that means we can calculate line integral with the help of the Green theorem, right? Next is surface integral. What is the role of surface integral and what is the surface integral? Suppose I have a plane and this is vertical to this plane. That's how much area covered by this phenomena, that is known as surface integral. I explain it by using the diagram right here. So how to solve here we see very carefully, right? So we see that here, right, this is the phenomena. There is many square mass means rectangular square box here. Suppose I want to calculate the area of this box. How to calculate? So this is the ds, represent ds, and unit vector along the outside, that is known as this point, right? How to calculate this? Right, let we have the function defined on the surface, right? Break up the surface into many small pieces, that means small pieces of part here that is large of scale, right? Multiply the area of each tiny pieces by the value of the function of one point to the that points, and add up all product all together. What will be the result here? Taking the limit area of the tiny pieces approaches to 0, and what is will be the quantity, and this quantity is known as the surface integral. In this way we can find out the surface integral. This phenomena is used in the electric and electronics and communication system. When we use the flux of the any area, then we can calculate flux by using this surface integral here. Surface integral of a vector point function, right? Suppose I have a vector point function here, so what will be the conclusion of the surface area out to the surface? That is the most criteria here. Surface integral f over s is denoted and defined by f dot n cap ds, where n cap is calculated with the help of the grade phi is known as n, right? And how to calculate the n cap I explained in the previous lecture when we solved the unit, right? So how to calculate the this problem. Interpretation of the surface integral, how to calculate the surface integral, we see that here very carefully, and how to calculate the surface integral we see the here, right? If the water flowing perpendicular to the surface, a lot of water flow through the surface, right, and flux will be large here, right? That is known as the flux. In this way we can, if the water of the flowing parallel to the surface, water will be not flow then the surface, then the flux will be 0 here. So in this way we can calculate the surface integral. Now question is how to evaluate of the surface integral, right? I explained just now, right? First of all, given function and a surface, and first of all we calculate here, find the normal of this surface by using the grade f, that is equal to n, and after this we calculate here n cap, right? N cap is equal to vector n upon determinant modulus of this vector. So in this way we can find out the f dot n cap. And how to calculate the ds? By using the, right, ds means surface area, right? That means I want to calculate this portion, right, perpendicular to the z, so that means k dot n. Suppose I want to calculate here dx dz, so there will be j dot n cap. In this way we can find out the x projection of the xy plane. Suppose this is the xy plane, what will be the projection of, that means height, my head will be the projection of the xy plane with respect to my foot, right? So in this way we can find out the projection by using the surface integral, right? Now question is how to calculate surface integral. We see that very carefully. I taking the problem, evaluate, that is known as surface integral, a dot n cap, and a is the vector point function here, this is the vector point function, and s is the surface of the this plane. How to calculate? But there is the first octant, right? That means I draw this diagram, so this will be the x, this will be is equal to y, and this will be the diagram of this will be this, right? But I want to only the first octant, that means I want to calculate only this portion, right? So how to calculate? I explain here one by one. We see that, right? Now question is that what is the role of the vector normal surface here? So first of all I calculate here del, right? How to calculate del? So del is equal to del this value, and this value is equal to this, that means normal to the surface. That means I want to calculate here grade. So grade will be here 2i plus j plus k cap, right? What will be the value of n cap? So n cap will be here, right, this vector and modulus of this vector. So this will be equal to here this, right, that is equivalent to the n cap. Now question is that how to calculate a dot n cap? I write here, and student know how to calculate the dot product of two vector. This is a and this is n, that means dot product I dot I is equal to 1. So what will be the result here? X plus y square, I write here 2 by 3 x plus y square, j dot j 1, k dot k is equal to also 1. So this is known as a dot n cap here. Suppose I want to integrate it, right, by, with respect to the plane, so there is a new things is z, right? So we taking z with the help of the given surface. So I calculate the value of z here with the given surface and putting the here, and all terms convert into the xy plane. So how to calculate? No question is that. Now how to take the limit? We see that very carefully. Now question is that will be the a dot n cap here, right? Suppose ds, what is the ds? Because we consider a parallel to the z plane, because I am standing here in the xy plane and I am parallel to the z plane. So that means dx dy is equal to k dot n cap here, right? In this way k dot n cap, right, k dot n cap I write here, and this will be equal to 2 by 3. Now our aim is evaluate the surface integral a dot n cap here, right? So value of a is equal to this, and value of n cap is equal to this, and this is the surface integral ds. Now all merge together and evaluate the result by using this phenomena. So what will be the conclusion? We see that very carefully. So this is the result, and how to take the limit from the graph? We see that because graph is octant in the first octant, this is the complete graph, and but our aim is this. So how to take the limit? I explain in the unit number 4 how to take the, first we consider the elementary strip, and strip is parallel to the y axis. So first we take the limit of y, and limit of y will be the 0 to 6 minus 2x here. So in this way we can find out the limit of 0 to 6 minus 2x. What will be the limit of x here, so limit of x will 0 to 3 here. First of all, we integrate with respect to the y, and what is the integration of y here? 2y square by 2, and right, 2 cancel out, and y square limit, put the value of limit, and this will be the equivalent to the x. Now integrate with respect to x and solve one by one. What will be the integration of 3 minus x cube? Integration is 3 minus x raised to the power 4 upon minus 1, and upper limit minus lower limit, and result will be 81 here. So in this way we can find the surface integral of the vector f with respect to the given surface. In this way we can find out the all terms by using the surface integral. If student have any problem for today lecture, so they can contact me after this session, right? I will try to solve their problem, right? So today lecture is contains by the surface integral and by the green integral, and that is the most important topic in our module number 5, the vector calculus. Thank you all of you.